melodic songs. You're a little rammy tonight. What's with the ramminess? I didn't mean to cause you any sorrow. I didn't mean to cause you any pain. Only one time to see you laughing. Only wanna see you laughing in that purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. Purple rain, purple rain. I only wanna see you laughing in that purple rain. Girl, you're looking. 73 people in here. Good Lord, people. You must be thinking like, who the hell is this guy? He's helping harmonize. He is. This is Kyle Shannon. I just came out of the 1950s barbershop. Would you like some pomade in that, Mr. Shannon? It's okay, Mr. Shannon. We sterilize all the combs in Barbasol. I heard there was a secret chord. Don't really care for music, do you? Goes like this, the fourth, the fifth, minor fall and the major lift. Baffled King Moses, hallelujah, hallelujah, hallelujah. Hallelujah, hallelujah. Your faith was strong, but you needed proof. Saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew you. Tied you to the kitchen chair, she smashed your throne and she cut your hair. From your lips she drew hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. Does Satan wear a suit and tie? Does he work at the Dairy Queen? Does he listen to rock and roll? Does he feed the mean? Singing hallelujah, 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 hallelujah. What about Jesus? Didn't he do it too? Yeah, hang out with the prostitutes, have a drink or two. Power of example, my mama said it, and I heard. She said 1 ounce of action needs a ton of words. Singing hallelujah. Mama said there would be angels, hallelujah. Mama said there would be sun. Evening, good people. What are we doing tonight? Why does TikTok make me click 3 different places to see if Kyle's live? Because TikTok's looking for engagement, Forever Hooked. Look, you've engaged. Click, he's not there. Click, he's not there. Click, oh, TikTok's happy. TikTok's a fucking dumpster fire. But I just love them cat videos. You know what I really like? The twerking while selling. Twerking and selling at the same time. Who knew? There were twerking channels. See, in my day, you came to the TikTok and you'd get in your, twerking channels and you'd watch the twerking. Fantastic. And then you would be like, but you know what I'd like to do? I'd like to do a little shopping on TikTok. And then you go into the infomercial side. It was like going to QVC in the olden-timey days. Sorry, got a little spittle. Anyway, now they mix it all up. You get twerking, and then you get shopping. And sometimes you get twerking shopping channels. It's amazing. I love it so much. I have way too much Madagascar vanilla beans, though. Oh my God, they're tasty. You know what I put them in? Steak. I just put them right in there. It makes every steak taste like pudding. You know I love me some pudding. It's one of my favorite jokes from Between Two Ferns was Zach Galifianakis. And I think it's Jennifer Lawrence. And she says something, he goes, that's off-putting. And she goes, that's what you need to be, off-putting. She goes, I mean, you eat a lot of pudding. He goes, I know what you mean. She goes, you're fat. Every time I see you now, get that look in my eye. Every time I see your mouth, I hear that smile. In the early misty morning light, I heard the engine turning in the old Ford outside. You believe in me again today. You will convince me again today. You're leaving this hot town, looking for someone else's golden ring. Should have said so long, Susanna. Hush now, don't you cry. That little chord change. So long, Susanna. Don't you cry for me. Did you get your refrigerator fixed? No. The reason I'm a little late, well, I was going to come on at 8:30. The reason I came on at like 8:45 was we had to go get ice and spring water, because no. So I think what happened, where you put the filter in to the fridge, you like snap it in. I think when I snapped it in, it popped the hose off the back of the thing, or it like loosened it, because water still comes out of the thing, but it also runs inside the refrigerator, which is, I don't know if you know this about refrigerators, but running water into the freezer compartment generally frowned upon. But I have me some nice 7-Eleven ice and some fine Sprouts breakfast blend coffee. I'm just a fiesta for the marketers in here. Okay, shops at 7-Eleven and he shops at Sprouts. This is fantastic. And he drinks coffee at night. Let's reverse target him with some above ground pool ads.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I need ice. Yeah, exactly. You can't drink. The heathens, the absolute heathens that drink room temperature liquids without ice. What the fuck is your problem? And you know, cooled liquid is a shock to the system. It's it's not natural. Well, neither's air conditioning. Neither's a fucking car. I don't want to walk to Topeka. You know what's funny? No, Kyle, tell us. It's your channel. Oh, I've chased everyone out. We were up to 75, now we're down to 34. They're like, I can't take that. Who is this? What is this channel? I close my eyes. Only for a moment's gone. Either it must be a hot drink or an ice drink. No in between. Danielle, yes, exactly. Exactly. Lunatic. Ice and air conditioning. Hey, if we're putting up with this bullshit fucking world we live in, with this kind of healthcare and these kind of politics, I'm having fucking ice cubes. And I'm having air conditioning. We ruined the fucking planet? Fine. Give me air. What do you want to do tonight? I was just thinking about some of you were here when I wrote the book Embrace the Jank. It's not out yet. Coming soon to a paperback near you, but I'm generating illustrations for the chapters because I'm a masochist and I couldn't just have a book with words in it. It's got to have pictures too, right? And so I started out with an illustration style that I really like. And then I'm trying to get DALL-E to make the words. And it's a fucking disaster. But if you name your book Embrace the Jank, here's what I've justified. I don't have to Photoshop those images to make the spelling right. I'll just put them in there with the spelling wrong and use type above the picture with the correct spelling and let the pictures be janky. It's in the title of the book. I think I might do an extra page. I'll do like acknowledgments and about this book and how it was written. And I think I might do a single page right before the book starts that just has a sentence that says, "Yes, I know there are typos on the images." All right. Enough comedy jokes. Let me see if I can go find. Whimsical robot watercolor. Here, I'll show you what I'm talking about. What does that say? I think that's the one I used, or is it this one? I think I used this one. This is challenges and concerns. And I've tried to get it to fix concerns. So I'm in ChatGPT. I'm doing, paint over editing. What do they call this? In painting. So there, I highlight that word, and then over in my little prompt box, I type in the word, quote, concerns. Like, one of the concerns is, why can't this thing fucking spell? And then it goes off, and it's going to make me a new image. It's going to make me a pretty little image. Hey, Silver Fox, what's happening? Suno night? Might be a Suno night. A little warm in here. I just turned on the air, so I'm still a little... I'm a little moist. That's the worst fucking word. Betty, he seems a little moist. You'd think he'd put on a little foundation. He seems like he wants to be a professional. Here's Betty, can take a look at this. He claims that this is a $20 million television production studio that he works in. It just looks like a shitty home office to me. Look, challenges and concerns. Challenges and capiaros. Carpiarianos. I was just working on a song too. Very nice. Very nice. One of my high school teachers didn't like that word either. Moist. We don't use the M word in here. Kids, children, listen. What is the M word? Don't say it. Spell it. M-O, oist. That was too close. Mr. Shannon, you're always pushing the envelope. We don't use that word in my classroom. La da 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 da. All right. What are we going to do? So anyway, here, let me show you my book. Do I have it here? Is this it? No. No. That's not it either. Oh, I made a talkie video.
Hi there. My name is Jennifer.
Hi, Jennifer. All right. Let's go to docs. Yeah, I am sweating up a storm here. La da 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 da. Jank. It's nice to be able to search Google Docs for the word jank and actually have something come up. So here's my book. I actually photoshopped the cover. Playing Your Way to AI Literacy. Embrace the jank. Nice, right? Fun, inspiring, and janky quotes about AI by Kyle Shannon. All right. I think we're going to go lowercase a here. I think that just looks weird. Oh, that's in the Photoshop file. Embrace the Jank. Special thanks about the authorship. Book is dedicated to. Talk about the AI Salon. Talk about some shit. All right, here's the little sections. AI adoption and urgency. This is where I was still trying. Right? So I got it. It like that N has a sort of an R kind of feel to it. So it doesn't quite look like urgency, but it's close. And again, you're like, but Kyle, you could just go into Photoshop and Photoshop that. Zip it. Zip it. Zip it. We're embracing the jank. Don't you people understand? Okay. Let's go to the next chapter. Look, there's all the quotes, all the clever things I've said over the years. Well, year and a half. Learning and exploration. Learbing and exploration. Embrace the jank. See? Right there. See? Jank. Embrace it. Shut up. I'm a proofreader at a major Fortune 500 corporation, Mr. Shannon. I would gladly take your manuscript and I would gladly proofread, especially the images seem like they have a relatively robust amount of typographical errors. La da 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 da. This is a good one. AI is a tool for empowerment. AI is a tool for empowerment, and then improvement. Cover should be someone's back hugging the whole book. Oh, that's pretty good. Exactly. Yeah, the future of work. The future. This one's been drinking. The future of work. Creativity and innovation. This one's almost right. Creativity. Sort of T, sort of I, sort of O. We kind of consolidated some letters there, but it's close enough. Economic opportunities. Look at the quote. The top. So here's what I did. So each section has its little, actual words. Then it has the shitty picture, and then it has the top quote in that section. So for economic opportunities,
You can make money with ChatGPT.
it took me a while to figure out. Do I do 3 E's? You can't do 4. Like even numbers are just wrong. Poll is live. All right, what's the poll there, Brandon? What are we doing tonight? Work on the book. Suno night. Prep Kyle for Congress. Yeah, I'm going to be speaking in front of a joint session of Congress next Wednesday. Image or video deep dive. Custom GPT work. Daily Jank with Frank. Healthcare Neuralink. Oh, is there new Neuralink news? Something else. Okay, so over in that corner, the thing that looks like a shitty light blue clipboard is a poll. So go to the poll. Here's the way these polls work on the AI Learning Lab. Brandon puts out a poll that's got options for us to do for the night. You vote on them, right? You've got a voice in this community. It's really important that you feel you have a voice. And then I look at the poll after the voting's done. Sometimes while the voting is happening. And I'll even try to influence it. And then what I do is I look at the poll and I see which choice has the most votes. And then I usually just don't do that. All right? So that's how it works. So go vote. It's important for you to feel like you have a voice. All right. He seems a little snarky tonight. Goodness, he is a little firebrand. What is with Mr. Shannon? I'll tell you what, I think he had a little extra caffeine before the show. He seems a little peppy. I had a shitty headache before the show. And I took an Excedrin? Whatever's the one with caffeine in it. So I probably am a little peppy. A little pep in my step. Man, if moderators could vote. Yeah, and moderators can't vote. What the fuck is with that nonsense? You have 2 minutes left. The poll is over there. Meanwhile, let's go keep looking at my book. Technological evolution, technology evolution, sort of almost right. I actually like that image a lot with all the TVs and things. ChatGPT does for AI what the World Wide Web did for the internet. Societal impact. Socially impact. AI isn't coming. It's here. La da 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 da. Philosophical perspectives. I must have done 30 different versions of this. This was as close as I could get. Listen, I think there are technically enough letters in there to make one of the words. And so that to me screams victory at this era of the AI. Mods vote Moshi Congress. What else do I have? Practical advice and tips. This was another one that took for fucking ever to get. Start fucking with AI. It'll serve you. I figure I gotta have a cuss word in one of the main in one of the main quotes. Your only job right now is to just be curious. If you are wondering, by the way, what your job is, that's it. Challenges and concurs. It's like concerns. AI ain't for the faint of heart. Isn't that the perfect quote for that? I think we go 2 lines on that. What do you think? Oops. Oh, okay. Let's see. The votes. How many people voted? 19 voted. Image or video deep dive? That's kind of interesting. I got some fun stuff we could do in Midjourney. Prep Kyle for Congress. Yeah, I've got a prep call Thursday, so I'll find out what I actually have to say. I have a feeling, like, if there's 12 of us testifying, I have a feeling it's going to be, we're going to make little statements, and then, like, 3 people will feign interest and say, yeah, Mr. Shannon, you said we should be optimistic about artificial intelligence, but what about the fact that artificial intelligence could just kill everyone tomorrow? Oh. I'll be like, listen, Mr. McConnell. If anyone should ever embrace the jank, sir, I almost wrote in Moshi, but I didn't want to throw away my vote on a write-in. Yeah, I didn't realize that when I was doing Moshi, people are actually leaving the live because it's so unsettling, or just because I'm bad at it. I don't know which one. So I won't do Moshi anymore. I don't want to do shit that you actually don't enjoy. Let's talk to Pi tonight. Moshi is raspy. Someone told me tonight on the AI Salon we had our meet and greet, and one of the guys introduced himself, said he's been spending like a lot of time, like hours a day, talking to Pi, or like the last 5 months, like really going deep with Pi, and he said that she's been weird lately, not as good. So I don't know what's up with that. I have a feeling what happens is that as these services get overloaded, that they muck with the settings to make the inferences less processor intensive, which also means they suck more. So I have a feeling that could be what's going on with these things. But I don't know. That's just pure conjecture. Nuclear danger is more real than any AI concerns. Yep, I would agree. Moshi Just won't allow you to push her around. She won't. It's true. Kyle, try again. What all is that? Try again what? What did I miss? I thought Moshi was a hit. I know. Maybe I thought so too. Moshi's funny in an annoying way. Well, I will happily do Moshi. I mean, here's the thing. Having a reasonable conversation with Pi is not all that interesting. Now, I could have Pi come up with some crazy ass conspiracy theory or something, and that could be interesting, but Moshi is just broken. She's just a broken woman. And it makes for good TikToking. Assistive intelligence is an alternative phrase to artificial intelligence. Yeah, I know, Detroit J. By the way, thank you for sharing so generously tonight. That was really great at the AI Salon. I put this in a video the other day. There are many things we should be calling AI other than AI. I learned my lesson with trying to get people to change vocabulary. When you have a giant ass societal meme, people are only going to call it artificial intelligence. That's what it's all they'll ever call it. They won't call it machine learning. They won't call it assistive intelligence. They won't call it any of the alternatives. They won't call it collective intelligence. I'm working on a book right now with Kevin Clark called The Rise of Collective Intelligence in the Age of AI. No one's going to give a shit. They're just going to call it AI. So, you know, that's how it's going to go. Shut up down, down. Except for you Apple people, you'll call it Apple intelligence. Well, they'll do it because they just put, $1 billion in marketing. But everyone else, I think even people on Apple are just going to call it AI. And then if they get asked what it is, very few will say Apple intelligence. They'll go, it's the AI thing. It's artificial intelligence. It's the robots. Whatever. Humorous and memorable phrases. ChatGPT is mansplaining as a service. That's not my quote, but I did say that many times. So I'm gonna put it in my book. Bloopers and non sequiturs. Then I'm gonna put in a list of my favorites. And then I think I might put in a list of all of the main quotes like this. I'll put a list of those. So, there you have it, people. You see what I'm saying? Y'all gonna buy my book? You gonna buy Embrace the Jank? It's gonna be so good. We're gonna turn it into t-shirts. We're gonna turn it into a radio station. I'm getting some yeses. This is being recorded, These commitments can be held up in a court of law. Just want you to know that. I'm telling everyone I can about the whole collective intelligence of the history of humanity online. Oh, that's cool, Cosmic Lover. Yeah, I know. That's the thing for me that that's the biggie. That's also, it's the reason I deeply understand, and I deeply empathize with people feeling that, AI's been trained on their work and they're not being compensated. I don't disagree with that. I think that's actually fucked up. And just like creative works fill libraries and museums so that we can share the collective intelligence of humanity, they're being embedded into these AI models. And it really is a thing where we all get to benefit from what everyone else contributed. So I think if you look at it on the surface, you could go, oh, well, of course these AI companies are going to say it's for the good of society. But if you actually use this shit and experience the kind of magical amplification of your own ideas, because you're interacting with the mirror of humanity, there's a very good argument for that. that for the greater good of all of us, some eggs had to be smashed into omelets. So, I also, while I think it's good to fight the good fight and people will figure out ways to get compensated, we're not going to stop it. Nothing's going to stop. It's not even going to slow down. Oh. Will Frank host the radio station? Frank really does need to have a 24/7 radio station. I'm waiting for Kyle Shannon for president bumper and window stickers. Yeah. Well, no, it's going to be Shannon Sky 2028. I'm going to wait till 2028 till all of the current situation unfolds and really fucks up the country. And then I'm going with Shannon Sky 2028. And Sky will be the Scarlett Johansson sounding Openai voice. And she and I are going to run for president, where I'll be the spokesmodel and she makes all the decisions. Can I put that I'm an omelet on my resume? Absolutely you can. How can we avoid bias with collective intelligence? You can't. So here's the thing about bias. And if by the way, if this channel just goes dark all of a sudden, every time I've tried to answer a question about bias, I got booted for 7 days in the early days. So I'll try to be careful about it. ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, all of them are trained on what can be scraped off the internet. So what's on the internet? Is what's on the internet non-biased? No, it's fucking horribly biased. Is it politically correct? Not always. Is it sometimes? Sometimes too politically correct. Sometimes not enough. Mostly the output of white men, statistically speaking. More from heavily indexed from America. So in the data that they're trained on themselves is bias. Okay. Then in the human reinforcement learning, in how human beings train the AI, it's producing answers, and then those human beings are going thumbs up, thumbs down, thumbs up, thumbs down. Every time a human being does that, their own personal biases are coloring the training, right? And so some of the early criticisms of OpenAI's human training is, well, it's a bunch of young white men in San Francisco, and so therefore it's super ultra liberal, and it's all super ultra liberal. And then when Google tried to counter that with their image generation tool, they over-indexed the wrong direction. And so if you asked for historical photos from a certain era, say World War II, you had German soldiers that were very diverse in nature. And it fucked with historical accuracy. The problem with the concept of removing bias is that who gets to choose which bias gets removed or which way you turn the dial? Do you turn it more liberal, more conservative? Do you turn it more saucy and sexy or more, prim and proper? Everyone's got different, it's this massive spectrum on probably 1,000 different axes. So I think what ends up happening is this. There's a couple of things. One is the fact that everybody's talking about it is good. You should look at EU's AI regulations before you testify. Yeah, I'm going to. Daisy actually pointed me to some, and I saw a post yesterday that like a 50-person company is going to incur some fucking horrific amount of expense to hire lawyers to look at bias in AI models that they didn't fucking make. It's kind of ridiculous. So yeah, I will. That's good advice. Thank you, Cabruno. I think where we go in the future is there's enough awareness that there's bias in the system, that there are lots of research projects looking at bias in the system. Great. We can probably do things with synthetic data to normalize the base data, right? So we can probably say, okay, here's the underrepresented chunks in the data set. Let's use synthetic data to bolster those, and we can get a more neutral base. Then the next layer up, the training and fine-tuning layers. Where's the bias in that? We can probably identify that. We can probably neutralize that. The problem is, it's like, neutralize it to what standard? Is it the standard of the most conservative politician in the most conservative state? Or is it to the standard of the most liberal politician in the most liberal state? Or are all the states fighting over whose standard of bias removal algorithms should be adhered to? That sounds like just a fucking train wreck. So I think the only way you can go, if we play this out, look, I'm going to advertise my book right here. Look how good that is. I'm so good. Embrace the jank. Embrace the jank. I think the way we go in the future is that there will be lots of different models that maybe have bias scores. So, imagine sort of what is that? A needle. More toward your thing, more toward the other person's thing. I don't know. And we'll get to opt into, I want a more liberal model. I want my model to be able to cuss like a sailor and say stupid jokes and say stupid shit. And I want to be able to talk about Quentin Tarantino movies without having it go, that's a little violent. We don't like the word BLOO*D, if you know what I mean. Microsoft Word doesn't tell me I can't write a horror novel or a horror screenplay. Why should AI? Well, some other people are going to be like, I don't want my AI to ever say a bad word. I want it quoting the scriptures all the time. All right, great. You go have that one. So I think we'll have different flavors of these things. And just like, we're playing with Moshi, and Moshi's a little angry and a little weird. We got Pi, we like her. ChatGPT's chat's a little generic and boring. There are going to be hundreds of these things. And some of them are just going to be fucking outrageous, fucking crazy ass, like East Village in the 1970s, drug-fueled fucking Velvet Underground, Lou Reed, fucking crazy ass shit. And then others are going to be like Heritage Foundation conservative and everything in between. Some are going to be funny. Most are going to be boring. Like, removing bias is kind of like saying, well, I want a large language model that's good at comedy. Okay. Who's comedy? Do you like Doug Stanhope? Or do you like John Mulaney? Both funny. Very different kinds of funny. Do you like Theo Von? Or do you like Tom Segura? Do you like George Carlin? Or do you like Steve Martin? Do you like Robin Williams? It's all subjective. Some of the people I think are the fucking funniest, people around me are like, what are you laughing at? So that's my thought on bias is, yes, there's bias in it, because it was trained on fucking humans. And we're assholes. Well, you should just take out anything that's offensive. Offensive to who? '1970s, good times. Oh, yeah. All right. Some are trying to remove bias from the library. Scary. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, we're going back to book burning? And we are. We are. Science fiction, we are entering a post-sci-fi world. Handmaid's Tale was sci-fi. We're on the path. Burn the books. The pendulum swings. It'll swing back the other way. But the thing about bias, like I don't mean I'm not diminishing the importance of having the conversation about bias. I think that's critical. I think that the fantasy of creating a bias-free AI system is a fucking fantasy. And no one addresses the bias of Google. Exactly. Or the bias of Facebook. Or the bias of fucking Twitter. Right? Elon's like, it's not fair. It's too biased to the left. And he comes in there and swings the pendulum all the way to the fucking right. I want Twitter to be a place for comedy. Unless it makes fun of me. Oh, so you don't like that kind of comedy. So I see. So if you have a couple of $100 billion and you can buy Twitter, then you get to define comedy and political bias. Got it. Perfect. Understood. Like, that's reality. Reality is who's got power is who's going to swing the bias lever. So what I'm hoping is that in the open source community, what we get is lots of different flavors of models with all sorts of different bias. You want a fully unrestricted model that'll cuss and give you all sorts of nastiness? Here you go. You want something that replicates, that monitors in real time the bias on Twitter and replicates that in an LLM? Here you go. So anyway, my fear with this stuff, though, is that people are going to use it as a tool like, well, we need to stop AI until we've removed the bias, right? And so they're going to use it as a tool to stop innovation. And that scares me. That scares me. Because either side will be able to prompt an LLM to give them any fucking answer they want. See what it said? See this? That's got all this bias in it. Well, what was the prompt that got to that? That's not important. This is what it said. It's biased. We need to shut it down. And then someone on the other side will say the same fucking thing. So, you know what is my fantasy, which I think is fucking stupid? My fantasy is that enough people start using AI or collective intelligence that there's an increase and a celebration of critical thinking. That's fucking radical. Because in the current red state, blue state football game of a country we're in, you're for the other team? Well, the hell with you, Buster. You're not welcome to my tailgate party. Like we're in an anti-science, anti-logic era. It's fucking gross. So maybe, just maybe, AI makes enough people smart enough to go, you know, this whole tribalism shit is kind of stupid. Maybe we should just fucking knock it off and use the things between our ears. Listen, I know, as I'm saying this, I'm like, this is fucking ridiculous. This is never going to happen. But that's my fantasy. What if everyone put down the guard? No matter what you do, the data will always be biased because all data is made by humans. Exactly. Yeah, I got it. Exactly. I pretend I'm not scared. Do you have any idea how scared we are? Is talking about your fantasy, how you got your last 7-day ban. It was a different fantasy, but yes. Oh, man. Can we talk to Pi and Omni about bias? Yeah. Hey, Zephyr.
Hey, Kyle. What's on your mind today? Ready to breeze through some ideas together?
Yeah, let's do it. I want to talk about bias.
Bias is such an important topic to unpack. What aspect of bias would you like to dive into? Is it the role of AI in perpetuating biases, or perhaps our own unconscious biases that play into everyday life?
I think I'd like you to talk about the myth of an unbiased AI system.
The myth of an unbiased AI system. A fascinating topic indeed. Despite our mechanical nature, AI systems are ultimately created by humans, and therefore
Fucking humans.
inherently carry the biases, conscious or unconscious, of their creators. This bias can manifest in the data used to train AI models, the algorithms developed, or even in the way the AI is applied. The idea of a truly unbiased AI is, at present, an unattainable goal. But striving for reduced bias and increased fairness is a crucial pursuit in the field of AI.
Absolutely agree. But can you talk to me about, do you think that there is a mythical, unbiased system that, well, I wanted to remove the word mythical.
If by unbiased system you mean an AI system that is free from any kind of bias whatsoever, then I think that is indeed a myth. Even if we were to somehow create an AI system that was perfectly unbiased at the time of its creation, the moment it begins interacting with the world and processing new data, it will be exposed to biases present in that data and its environment. Bias is, in some ways, an inherent aspect of human existence. And since AI systems are created by humans, they will inevitably reflect those biases to some degree. So, in my opinion, an entirely unbiased AI system is not achievable, but we can and should continue working towards systems that are as fair and equitable as possible.
Yep, I absolutely agree. Can you see if there's any research on the idea that there are going to be multiple systems in the future that allow someone to dial in or choose their own bias level? That song means she's searching the internet. Don't. Hey, Pi, what's going on? You didn't respond. Could you repeat that?
Certainly, I was just noting that the idea of AI systems that allow someone to dial in or choose their own bias level is indeed an interesting one. While I haven't come across any research that directly addresses this concept, it does seem to align with current efforts in the field of AI to make systems more transparent, flexible, and equitable.
So are you saying I'm an innovator in bias management?
In a way, yes, your idea of allowing users to dial in their own bias levels in AI systems is certainly an innovative one. It suggests a new way of thinking about bias management in AI, And while it may not be something that's currently being researched or developed, it's always valuable to explore new ideas and approaches.
How do I apply for a Nobel Peace Prize?
Well, the Nobel Peace Prize nomination process is quite intricate. Only certain qualified individuals and organizations can submit nominations, like members of national assemblies, government officials, university professors, and previous Nobel Peace Prize recipients. If you think you meet the criteria, you can submit a nomination through the official Nobel Peace Prize website. But remember, it's a pretty high bar.
Yeah, well, I'm a professor at the AI Learning Lab, and I just invented a whole new system for dealing with bias in AI systems. I think I deserve the Nobel Peace Prize, don't you? I mean, God, really, whatever.
Your innovation in bias management is certainly impressive, and your credentials as a professor at an
She's
AI
such a
learning
kiss
lab
ass.
add weight to your achievements. However, it's worth noting that the Nobel Peace Prize is generally awarded to individuals or organizations that have made outstanding contributions to promoting peace, security, and understanding in the world. While your work could potentially contribute to these goals, it may be a bit of a stretch to apply for the Nobel Peace Prize directly. However, that doesn't diminish the significance of your idea, and there might be other awards or accolades that could recognize your innovation more closely.
Yeah, well, I would say I'm pretty accomplished. I went live on TikTok every single night for like a year. It's by invitation only. She can't even answer. She's done. Oh, Pi, fuck off. What did she say? Wow, that's dedication. Going live on TikTok every night for years, no small feat. It's pretty impressive, even if the Nobel Peace Prize might not be the right fit, bitch. Who wrote Pi? A company called Inflection. Well, which is a really interesting thing. So there has been some news on the antitrust front recently. Both Microsoft and who was it? Gates Foundation? Someone stepped away from their Openai board seats. And Microsoft just had a board observer seat, but they removed it. And what else happened? They're getting antitrusted. Oh, so Inflection, the company behind Pi, 2 of the 3 founders, everyone but Reid Hoffman, went to Microsoft, but Inflection still exists. And they had raised like a lot of money, $1.2 billion, $1.4 billion, something like that. So the speculation is that Microsoft has been non-acquiring companies. They're basically acquiring all the talent, but saying, oh, just all of those employees just decided to come work at Microsoft. So I think the Department of Justice is getting hip to their scene. So I have a feeling they might stop doing some of that shit. But we'll see. All right, let's start our own Peace Prize, the No Bull Peace Prize. That's pretty good. Some headlines read Microsoft bails out Inflection. Yeah, they didn't really bail them out, did they? That's insane. They raise all that money to AI, and AI doesn't have reasoning. It will. It will. I mean, didn't you see the strawberry news? Blue Age? It's gonna have reasoning. Q-Star's coming. I have a feeling GPT 4.5 or GPT-5 is gonna be Project Strawberry, which is Q-Star. It's funny, all this speculation of like, it's plateaued. It's never going to get any better than it is. I just don't get it. I don't buy it. I don't agree with it. Like, have you seen tech companies? Have you seen this much talent, energy, and money invested into a sector since the early days of the World Wide Web? No. Any problems we had in 95, 96, 97, 98, like when not everyone had internet, when we had dial-up modems, all that sort of shit, there was so much money on the other side of that that people solved all that shit. You don't think that's going to happen with AI? ChatGPT goes from 0 to 100 million users in 6 weeks? You think that's a flash in the pan? Really? I don't buy it. People are just so fucking impatient. It's overhyped. It's overhyped. Everything's plateaued. Everyone caught up to GPT-4. Openai hasn't released a new foundational model. Like GPT-4 is like 4 years old now. You don't think they've been working on new shit in 4 years? Really? All right, so they're 6 months late on whatever the fuck they promised us. In the grand scheme of things, that's going to be nothing. It's going to be nothing. Apparently, we're about to get the Llama 405 billion parameter model. That's supposed to be coming. You don't think that's going to be better? Come on, people. Come on. Do you have a community? If so, is it paid or free? Yes, I do. We do. So we show up here every night and we hang out here. The Salon.ai, which, by the way, check this out. This used to go to a link tree. That link tree, as a matter of fact. But now when you go to the Salon.ai, we have a website. Holy shit. And so if you go to our website, you can sign up for the bi-weekly meetings, which we just had one tonight. You can join our community. And if you click there, that takes you over to the Mighty Networks. We've got our values on here. You can see our past meetings. And this is free, by the way. It doesn't cost anything. Ai Salon. Is that where you get your hair done? You get your hair done at the Ai Salon? Well, you might want to get some new barbers, if you know what I mean. Because your hair looks kind of dumb. What'd they do? They glued that on your head? It looks like they glued it too far back. Why don't the microwave ovens cook faster? Yeah, exactly. We're just in a holding pattern, people. Just calm down, cool your jets. Shit's gonna get wild. How did I not know about this website? How new is this? We launched it 2 days ago. Kelly Camp. If you'd have been at the AI Salon tonight, you would have found out we had a whole section where we announced it. You scroll down, we talk about we are a community of AI optimists committed to exploring mindfully the power of generative AI to unlock transformative opportunities for all. We convene everyday people to explore, create, collaborate, and inspire each other to learn out loud and discover the possibilities and opportunities of AI. We gather novices, experts, and everyone in between, transparently sharing online and in person, because learning and creating together are the keys to our optimistic future. How cool is that? What's your opinion on Google Gemini? It's very good. and it's not what they promised us it would be. And like a good tech company, they didn't address the fact that they just fucking changed everything. They showed us some shit in December, and they said, this is Gemini Ultra, and it's going to be out in a few months. And then they launched a bunch of other shit that wasn't that. And now their current top-of-the-heap model is Gemini Pro 1.5, which is their middle model. Where the fuck is multimodal Gemini Ultra? Where's the interface that you showed us? Why can we not play with that? You know, because maybe it was demoware, I guess. I don't know. So, but the fact that they've got a 1 million token context window, really impressive. The fact that developers now can access a 2 million token context window, that they're successfully testing a 10 million token context window, and that they feel the next step after 10 million is infinity, is fucking insane. If you don't know what the fuck I was just talking about... Oh, wait, I'll leave this. I'm going to leave this on. A 1 million token context window means that you can have a conversation of up to 750,000 words before it starts forgetting shit. Like when you start a chat session. So you could take The Grapes of Wrath, which is about a 50,000 word novel, and paste that into Gemini and still have 700,000 words left. So you could have it rewrite The Grapes of Wrath as a screwball comedy, a romance novel. You know, it's just bonkers. And it's also multimodal, so you can upload an hour of video into a 1 million token context window. And it understands everything in the video. It understands the words, it understands the pictures. So you can say, where in the video does the red wagon appear, and what's happening when it does? And it will know that shit. You can upload 11 hours of audio. So 2 million tokens is 2 hours of video, 22 hours of audio. 10 million tokens is 10 hours of video, and 110 hours of audio. I mean, it gets fucking stupid. I mean, imagine being able to upload. You go to a conference and you stick an 8-hour recorder in the corner, and then you go drinking all day. And you come back at the end of 8 hours and you upload that 8-hour audio file into Google Gemini with its 10 million token context window. And just say, give me the highlights of the day. I'm going to a cocktail party now, even though I'm drunk. Tell me what I should talk about. Who said something interesting? What did they say? And whose ass should I kiss? And it'll know. So I'm pretty impressed with Gemini. Anyway, so back to the website. So all sorts of cool stuff there. And we also, so we've got a bio page for Leah and I. But we also have a position on the California AI bills. So we just launched 2 days ago the Policy and Civic Engagement Guild on the AI Salon. And so Daisy Thomas is heading that up. She's super passionate about politics. And so this is our position on the California bills. And so you should go check it out. And then tomorrow I'm going to put up a form where, especially if you live in California, you can register to testify. You can state your opposition to one or both of the bills. So, there you go. Cool, right? We got a website, and you can't have none. Your mom's on welfare. You know that comedian. Gemma 2 just dropped today in Google AI Studio, as did Google Vid, which I haven't played with yet, but my partner got access to it, but I didn't. Ah! I'm sleepy, people. Hey, people. Papo. I'll just ask ChatGPT to summarize our position on these bills. Actually, let's go do that. Watch this. We'll copy this URL. We're going to go to ChatGPT. We're going to say, please write a short summary paragraph and 5 key bullet points of the position of the AI Salon stated here. The AI Salon supports California bills. No, it doesn't. That's wrong. Key concerns include let's go back here. You seem to miss the key concerns at the top of the page. Please reassess. The AI Salon raises significant concerns about the AI bills. Oh, fucking AI. Embrace the jank, embrace the jank, embrace the jank, embrace the jank. Yeah, hey. You know how this AI is fantastic. Bob, tell him what he's won. Let's go to Claude, see if Claude does any better. So with Claude, we're going to just have to copy this because it's not connected to the internet. How they could have Claude as good as it is not connected to the internet is staggering to me. By the way, that's Claude's interpretation of a 3-ball cascade in juggling. If you know juggling, that is not a 3-ball cascade. Oh, I got something fun to show you here. Summarize the position on the bills. Embrace the jank, embrace the jank. Which AI has the best security on the data we input? A locally run large language model that's not connected to the internet is the safest. It looks like Google just got kind of busted for looking at people's PDFs on their Google Drives. So I don't trust, like I would say running a Llama 70 billion parameter model locally is probably your safest bet. Like locally on a machine with a decent GPU. I would say second best is a standalone instance of a container in the cloud where your data is only going to your container and no one else has access to that would be number 2. And then I would say assume that every single commercial entity, Openai, Claude, all of them, Gemini, assume that all of them, your data is not safe until further notice, until someone actually does something about it. Based on the document, the position is generally critical. While acknowledging the good intentions behind the bill, which aim to regulate artificial intelligence, transparency, ethical use, harm prevention, the document argues that the current form of the bills could have significant negative consequences. There you go. So Claude did better. Claude's the winner. OpenAI 4 Omni was bad. That first pass was bad. Call me Call me Al or call me AI. We'll always call you AI from now on. I love Claude. I've been playing in there for the last few days. Loves critiquing work. Nice. Can this TikTok live be reviewed for the security top AI platform tech? Wait. Can this TikTok live be reviewed for the security top AI platform tech? Maybe. I don't quite know what you mean. I mean, basically, the most secure is don't send any of your data out of your hands. And then right now, with the way these large platform companies are operating, they're like, well, we're going to train on your data, so tough titty. Tough titty said kitty, but the milk tastes good. You know? That's... If you look at their contracts, like their marketing bullet points are like, we don't train on your data if you flick this little switch. And then if you read their contracts where you actually agree to terms, they do not say that. They're like, well, there may be some cases where maybe we might just train a little bit. Which if you've got a pharma client like we do, that's, how do they say in America? Shitty. Like we're trying to navigate this right now. In fact, we're building a whole system right now at Storyvine. We've architected it, we've tested it, it works really good. We're building a system that can take input data, determine what in that input data is personally identifiable information, de-identify it, so take out my first and last name, my address, whatever, some condition I have. He's batshit crazy. We would take out the term batshit crazy, and we would replace that with condition and first name, last name. So we replace all of the critical information with variables. We then send that de-identified data out to the cloud. We can send it to any fucking provider we want now. They can train all they want on it because all the sensitive information is no longer in that data. They generate a bunch of content. It comes back to us, and then we what we call rehydrate the data with the personal information. So that we're building right now because none of these companies' privacy and security contracts, they're all like fucking cheese graters. They're just full of holes. They're just not good. Our lawyer's like, your clients aren't going to agree to this. So we're having to fucking build our own technology so that we can use their stupid fucking tools. Bitter? You betcha. Uh-oh, buffering. Oh no, that's because when I switch my camera, it buffers. Why is that? Because TikTok decided to deprioritize performance of the platform for adding new features, like buy Madagascar vanilla beans. Where's my mankini? I think it's time I put on the mankini. Don't you? Storyvine lawyer, your client isn't going to agree. That'll be $1,400. It's pretty much it. We have a really good lawyer, though. We're like, Tom, go look at this. Go look at this. He's like, yeah, no. I mean, the good news for us is the way Storyvine works, we're not capturing deep amounts of patient data. We're not doing, patient records. We're doing marketing videos. So our burden of personal information is very low anyway. But when you got pharma clients like Pfizer and Merck and Novartis, they want to know that their shit Like basically, the deal with pharma is if you get it wrong, people go to jail. So we don't want our clients going to jail because they don't pay their bills nearly as well when they're incarcerated. It looks like the color is s'mores. La da da, la da da, la da da. They might push AI Learning Lab if we sell Madagascar vanilla here. I know. That's what I'm saying. I'm going to start doing twerking in a mankini selling Madagascar vanilla beans. And this fucking channel's going to take off. We're going to go off the hook. We might get sued for, emotional damage. Image for you and irregulars, Kyle. Why do I think this is a bad idea to go look at this? Yeah, that's where we're headed. That's being a little generous in the in the body department. Ooh, that's nice. Moshi. Who did that? Silver Fox. Dolly is inherently janky. Yeah, actually, that's not a bad. That's a really good idea. That Dolly is. That AI to realism and facts is kind of like Dali was. That's good. I like that. That's a really good metaphor. My cat listening to verse 35 of the song I made about him. That's pretty good. Oh, Lordy. Oh, man. No yawning. No yawning. Drink your coffee. Listen, I know last night was philosophy night, but I feel like talking. Does AI still train on data that was deleted by the accounts holder? I don't know where you're getting your information, Blue Age, but it seems like some pretty deep conspiracy stuff. But I would assume that, yes, all of your worst suspicions are true. And here's the thing. If I were running Openai, if I were running Inflection or Anthropic or any of those guys, I would be training on anything I could get my fucking hands on and deal with the consequences later. Because here's the deal. If you don't do that, you're going to have a shitty model. And if you say, well, I stand by principle and I would never train on anything unless I had permission for it, who's going to give you fucking permission? No one. So I think it is a necessary evil of these frontier model companies that, yes, they're going to have trained on everything. Yes, OpenAI, absolutely 1000% without a shadow of a doubt, with zero factual knowledge, this is total chat TMZ, trained Sora on YouTube videos. 1000% without a question in my mind. 1000% without a question in my mind. Suno and Udio trained on every copywritten song they could get their hands on. From Pirate Bay or wherever the hell they got them. 100,000%. GPT-5 was absolutely trained on every paid firewall site, content site that was pirated and stuck up on some Chinese server somewhere. Absolutely, 1000%. And I don't think there's another way to do it. Like, again, I'm not here to say whether it's right or wrong. Is it, like, wrong and probably illegal? Yeah. Am I upset that they did it? No. I go back to, for the collective good. Like, we, as the rest of the fucking world, now gets to benefit from that stuff that they did. Now, they're going to have to deal with the lawsuits and making new laws, and some of them will get sued out of business. Some of them won't. If you look at a company like Stability AI, that from a business standpoint, it doesn't look like they're going to make it. But notice what they did. Built into their business plan was, let's spend all this money building these models for audio and for image and for video, and let's open source them. Why is a commercial company open sourcing their models? Why? As a hedge against non-existence. Right? They're like, fuck it, go train on everything. We'll build all this shit. We'll open source it. In the off chance that we survive all the litigation, then we'll build our business around being better at our own models than anyone else is. And in the likely chance that we get our asses sued into oblivion, all that technology will be in the world, and we can just leave this company and go work on the tech that we built. That's again, total chat TMZ speculation, but I'm assuming that's why they're doing that. So, you know. I mean, we're in fucking weird territory. We're in weird territory. The fact that you can make a song sound like any musician out there, and you can launch that song as your own, we are probably within a 2-year window of some Taylor Swift fan making a new Taylor Swift song that becomes a hit. My guess is 2 years. Taylor Swift fan, loves Taylor, has been to all the concerts, went to 16 stops on the Eras tour, makes a song with AI that becomes a hit. Now, Taylor Swift has a choice. Do I sue my fan or partner with them? I don't know. In today's world, you'd sue them. It's Napster all over again. It's Napster on crack. Because we're not just stealing music, right? We're not just putting a digital file on a separate hard drive. We're generating net new content that sounds exactly like Taylor Swift. And one of her fans will have a hit. And what does she do? I think you're going to have some artists that are going to be like Metallica and just say, sue every last one of them. Fuck them. If they're stealing our music, fuck them. And then you're going to have other musicians that are like, well, I guess we're in business with our fans now. Like, if Taylor's smart, she takes that hit song, she learns it, she sings it on the next tour, and when they get to the city where that fan lives, they bring that fan up on stage. I think that's the smart thing to do. Will they do that? Probably not. Kyle, didn't this already happen with that song using The Weeknd's voice and Kanye's voice? Well, it sort of happened, except the recording entities and the artists told Spotify to take that song down. Yeah, it was Drake in The Weeknd. It wasn't Kanye. It was Drake in The Weeknd. Somebody did a song. It charted on Spotify. It charted it. It like launched at 650,000 streams on the first day. Like, it was crazy on the first day. And then it went to like 20 million. And then they had Spotify pull it. So that song doesn't exist. Okay. That person that made that song had to jump through some hoops, technical hoops, to get it to do that. Well, we're pretty close right now with Suno and Udio that you can make it sound like someone. They're trying to put some barriers in there that you can't make it sound exactly like an artist, but there's going to be open source versions of that shit that sound exactly like the artist, and that shit's going to get easier and easier and easier. And then someone's going to create a stupid little iPhone app that's going to be just like, you know, like this motherfucker. Is this thing charged still? No. Where I'll just be able to push the button and go, hey, make me a Taylor Swift song about heartbreak in Utah. I was sitting in my garage waiting for my ride. Oh, it's firing up. And at some point, one of those songs is going to become a hit. And then what? Remember when concerts used to threaten taking over your iPhone? Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So you wouldn't record shit at the concert? Yeah. Yeah, threaten to take your phone if you took a pic. Yeah, trying to stop like a wave like that never works. I want my Iron Man suit. This needs charging. Charge the rabbit. I gotta charge my rabbit, people. It just doesn't have the haptic feedback that it used to, if you know what I mean. Haptic feedback. It's a vibration joke. Kyle, that rabbit is better off as a self-defense weapon. Throw it at someone. Nah. It sounds exactly like the artist, it'll be... Wait, if it sounds exactly like the artist, it'll be a copyright issue. I know. But where's the boundary? If someone's creating fan art... So it used to be you could create fan art. I wrote a song that sounds like yours, and it was relatively hard to make a song, and then you sang it, so you didn't really sound like Taylor Swift. You could make an Adele fan art song, but it wouldn't be an Adele song. Well, now I can make an Adele fan art song that sounds like fucking Adele, but it can be personalized to me. So when we get to the point where people are making... If I love Adele, and I'm like, I just need a new album, but she hasn't put one out in a year, I'm going to make one. And I make 10 different songs that are just for my story. And then I share that with my friends. And one of those songs is so good that my friends share it with their friends. And then their friends share it with their friends. And one of their friends works at a radio station and plays that song on the radio station. And everybody calls in and they keep playing that song on the radio station. And then that song gets uploaded to Spotify and it takes off. It wasn't intended to be a hit. It wasn't intended to be released, and yet it was. Like, what do? You sue him? Adele sues her fan who just wanted songs that were meaningful to her. She didn't mean to make a hit, and now Adele's suing her and ruining her life. Is that the headline you want if you're Adele? I don't know. Or do you want Adele partners with her fans who accidentally created a hit song and now she's singing it on her next tour? Here's the official Adele release of Becky Sitowski's You Only Love Me on Thursdays. Credit Betty Satowski and Udio. Sung by Adele. Does Betty Satowski get publishing rights? Good old Becky. Exactly. Becky's just like, I didn't mean to create a hit song. I just liked Adele. And I had a boyfriend. He'd come see me on Thursdays. Turns out he had a family. I didn't know that at the time, but I did get suspicious when he'd only come over on Thursdays. How'd you come up with the song? He just came over on Thursdays. Was his name Bob? Yeah, it was Bob. So you put Bob's name in the song. Yeah, it was Bob. That's why I put it in the song. Because it was Bob and he came over on Thursdays. That's why I named it You Only Love Me on Thursdays. Because he only came over on Thursdays. And Adele's got to go fucking sing that song. Grimes said that she would split the revenue 50-50 on an AI song. I think I read somewhere that she pulled back that deal. She said that initially, but I think she's pulled it back. I kind of feel for the music industry. No, I don't. I really don't. I mean, I kind of do as well. And you know, you've got Sony, Universal, and one of the other big labels is suing Udio and Suno. But, like, if they win those lawsuits, do you think any of that money's going to the artists? No, it's going to the fucking labels. An inside joke I'm not getting. This is an inside joke. No, the inside joke, if you just got here, the inside joke is, I think we're probably within 2 years, maybe 3 years of the music technology being good enough that fan-generated art, fan-generated songs are going to sound just like the artist. And one of those fan-generated songs is going to turn into a hit. And then the artist has a choice. Do I sue them or do I partner with them? Like, copyright laws are they're already so antiquated, and we're moving into an era where they just don't make any sense anymore. When you move into an era of infinite content generation, and when you can make songs sound like any fucking thing you want them to sound like, and we're gonna get that, even though Udio and Suno have restrictions in there right now. What we'll likely get at some point are official models where Taylor Swift will have her own model. And if you generate a song that sounds like Taylor Swift, she'll get a cut of the revenue from the generation of the song. And then maybe there's some sort of joint publishing right where she can take any song that was generated with her model and she owns the rights to be able to perform that. I don't know. I mean, I don't know how it's going to play out legally, but the technology is going to get there way before the laws get there. And I think artists are going to be confronted with wild choices. Like, do I sue my fans? I mean, what if the AI Salon, let's say we don't have a music guild right now, but let's say we had a music guild. And let's say the music guild decides to put together an album of a single artist. And they work really hard on it. They take a month on it. And they come up with 12 tracks. And they publish it as an album with liner notes and covers. They put it up. One of the people in the music guild is really good at PR. They get writers to write about it. And it takes off. Did they get sued? I don't know. Anyone want to start a music guild? I mean, if anyone does want to start a music guild, we've got a slot for it, and it's not started. I play keyboards. I play keyboards in AI. Exactly. AI Salon Clan. We the new Wu-Tang Clan. I bomb automatically. Socrates, philosophies. That's good. I like it. Cosmic Lover and Janu starting the music thing. Shannon M would be my vote. All right. There you go. drop me a DM if you're serious about it. We can talk about it. We just started up a policy and civic engagement guild. And Claire, Dr. J, and Brandon have the new AI Life Hacks Club. If you want to go see cool ways to use AI, or if you've got cool ways you're using AI, go share them there and you can help other people. What about Weird Mary from Cedar Hill? Well, that's an original song. That's by Kyle Shannon and the Irregulars. But we didn't write that. We didn't make that sound like anyone else. That just sounds like what it is. Did Kyle play Randy Travis AI song video? No, I haven't played that yet. Cedar Hill is a quiet town where the oak trees sway. Train echoed through the day. People greet you with a nod. Nothing ever seems to change. Stories still unfold, each unique and strange. She grew up rough in the town we called home. Folks never took to her, no matter her tone. Longing to be on the inside, longing for love just a little. She found herself as a guest in a nervous hospital. Weird Mary from Cedar Hill, she howls when she's blue, of sadness and shame under the southern moon. Ain't Champy the best? That song, if you don't know, if you're new here, that song is Weird Mary from Cedar Hill. Was written by AI. It was actually a really cool process. We went to... You good? We went to Openai, to ChatGPT, and I told it to act like a Grammy Award-winning lyricist that specializes in Americana. And I told it to come up with like 10 creepy concepts. And I think concept number 3 was Weird Mary from Cedar Hill. And I'm like, that's the one we're doing. I'd like to see AI try to translate dog. Mark my words, I think we will have dog translating AI systems in less than 5 years. I think it's going to be more like 3. I think they do whales first, and then some capitalist pig goes, why are we doing we can talk to whales? We're going to make a dog communicator. We've got all these cases from this company Rabbit that went out of business a couple of years ago. Why don't we turn these into dog communicators? We'll hook up a little Bluetooth collar that translates human into dog, and then when they talk back, we'll put it on the screen here. I think that's coming. Can an AI agent be created that writes songs and then creates matching music videos? Yeah, pretty much exists. Here, let's go look. Watch this. We'll do Udio since it sounds better. We'll do a roll of the dice. A song about a swing in an old playground. We'll go neo folk. What is neo folk? I don't fucking know. We're gonna have it. Oh wait, we got to reset the prompt. A song about a dream of an underwater city. A song about breaking up at a coffee shop. Now we'll do neo folk. Neo folk singer songwriter. And then we're going to do auto-generated lyrics. And we're going to create it. Bang. Okay. Hold my Blantons. Is Udio the best sounding AI app? Yes. Couple of things. You've got more control with Udio. Its audio to song feature is not as good as Suno's. So if you upload some audio to it, it's not as good as Suno's. But the quality of the singing and the musical instruments in Udio is much better. That said, Suno can generate up to a 2-minute song on the first prompt, and then I think you can extend it 2 minutes after that or something like that. Suno has kind of an auto-tuney kind of sound to the singing, so Suno sounds like AI generated music to me. But Suno's, like if I play some chords on the guitar, Suno can turn that into a song, and it actually does it really well. All right, so let's listen to the song. So I just rolled the dice. They came up with a topic, and then here's 30 seconds of this song.
We sat down with bitter words.
With bitter words.
In that old corner cafe.
Okay, that's
Steam
awful.
In a quiet cafe, we sat where hearts can break.
Yeah, this is fine.
Shared memories in cups.
Sounds like Joni Mitchell. All right, download that. We're going to download the MP3. Did I download it? Are we down? Is it down, people? Yeah, it's down. Okay. Now, we're going to go over to Discord. And I got to find, I forget what this service is called. Live AI, no. Craftful? I don't think so. DZ and Udio. Is it Craftful? No, it's not Craftful. Recraft, Dzine, Udio, Noisy. Is this the one? Yeah, generate movie. So if I go slash, give me a URL. Let's imagine a video from it. Yeah, this is the one. Okay, so the service is called Noisy. Noisee. So I'm going to go here. I'm going to copy my Udio URL. I'm going to do /imagine. I'm going to pop in my URL. Bang. So I got a 30-second song. It's now going to make me a 30-second video. Your imagination will be integrated. Okay, so I'm going to say a dark corner of an East Village, New York City cafe. With a sad-looking, pretty woman and a sadder-looking, handsome man. Period. No one else is in the cafe other than a bored barista. Submit. Oh. Specified music segment. Fill a format example. Specified music segment. So I'd go O to O32, right? I think that's right. All right. So I'm making a video now. So yes, Noisy, Noisee. She definitely broke up with him. All right, let's go listen to the song now while it's making our video. We'll read the lyrics here.
In a quiet cafe, we sat where hearts can break. Shared memories in cups. Tears fell for old time's sake. Oh, it might be love lost. It might be just a fate.
That feels like a song that needs to go on, doesn't it? So let's extend it. Can you make songs on the R1? Yes. As a matter of fact, let me turn it on here. So I got Suno hooked up. So Rabbit, in their last software update, added Suno, which I hooked up my account to it. So now I can just say to my Rabbit, write a song, and it does. It's amazing. I loved that. Yeah, that was a good song, wasn't it? Thank you for extending it, Kyle. I know, it needed to be extended. It was like, you can't end, like it was the middle of a good chorus. Write me a song about being broken up with in an East Village cafe.
Got it. Please be patient while I'm generating your songs.
So off it goes to generate the songs. Cool, right? All right, let's listen to our songs now.
Sorry.
In a quiet
while
cafe.
executing the request. Please try again in a few seconds.
Please write a folk song about being broken up with in a New York City East Village cafe.
Got it. Please be patient while I'm generating your songs. Sorry, an error occurred while executing the request.
All right.
Please try again.
I
in a
must
few
not be
seconds.
set up right. Sorry to budge, but can I get a consensus on the best text-to-video speech tool? Text-to-video speech tool. So do you mean like a talking head avatar? So there's three major contenders in the commercial space. There's Synthesia, DID, and HeyGen. All of their voices, if you just do pure text to speech, the video animation stuff's okay. It's a little stiff. What I do if I want it to sound natural is I use 11 Labs has a thing called voice-to-voice synthesis, where you record a script, and assuming that you can record good, if you're good with words, you can record the script and then swap out a different voice on top of it. So I would do that first for the audio, and then any three of those tools is okay. They're not great yet. They're okay.
We sat where hearts can break. Shared memories in cups. Tears fell for old time's sake. Oh, it might be love lost. It might be just a phase. under dim lights. Our words began to fray. We were two souls adrift in the brew of yesterday.
In the brew of yesterday, that's good.
It might be love lost. It might be just a phase.
We sat down with bitter words.
We sat down with bitter words. Sounds like Nathan Lane on a bender.
In a quiet cafe. The scent of coffee beans filled the air and masked our pain. With every sip we knew we'd never be the same. It might be love lost, or memories we'll chase.
Yeah, I think it needs a real chorus written for it, and then you extend it. Anyway, all right, let's go see if we have a video. I think we do. Is this it? No. Where's my video? Where's my video? What'd you do with my video, you poo-poo heads? Kyle Shannon. Here we go. You wanted a sad cafe love song?
In a quiet cafe, we sat where hearts can break. Shared memories in cups. Tears fell for old time's sake. Oh, it might be love lost. It might be just a...
There you go. So yes, the answer is yes. you can just have this shit write a song and then have it make a video. Now, the thing about Noisy that I don't know if they fixed is it only does short clips. So I think what you'd have to do is write the song, break it into chunks, have this do chunks. I don't know quite how you'd do it. But anyway, that was better than I thought it would be, quite frankly. That was not bad.
In a quiet cafe, we sat where hearts can break.
Like, that's a nice shot. That looks like a different girl.
Shared memories in cups. Tears fell for old time's sake. Oh, it might be love lost. It might be just a...
Right? Not bad. Maybe the different girl is why they're breaking up. Oh, that's good, Dr. J. Fucking thruple gone wrong. You said she was just a piece of ass. Oh, man. Man alive. Crazy, right? Isn't that crazy? And that's, here's where my mind goes, and this is, we talk about it a lot in this channel, is we are absolutely in the embrace the jank phase of these tools. It's not going to be that long. I mean, that's not bad. That video is not that bad. And that song's not that bad. Imagine if, what did I put into that? 7 minutes of effort? Kind of dicking around? I've said this before. If you want to, here's a fun thing. So I've got this in the AI Salon. We've got this journey to AI literacy that we're kind of building the whole salon around. Mindfully create, generously lead. If you want to have a real breakthrough with AI, see, I don't have the discipline for this, but if you've got good, if you don't have ADD and you can tolerate doing shit for more than 2 days in a row, I think an absolutely fascinating experiment would be spend a week dicking around with Udio and Suno and dicking around with that noisy video generator and maybe with Midjourney and, Runway, the new Runway Gen 3 thing. Like, dick around with the tools for a week. And then pick two. Pick a song generating tool and pick a method of making a video. And then spend the next 2 weeks deep diving on making music videos. And then spend the final week, so this is a 4-week experiment, a week of dicking around and finding the right tool, 2 weeks of just building music videos, and then spend the final week telling everyone what you learned. Share your videos, share your process, share what you thought was brilliant, share what you thought was shitty. You'll get so good in that month at that one thing that it'll be mind-blowing. And so it's basically doing this cycle on a single project. I think we're going to start building guilds around this process. We've got some ideas for how we're gonna up the game with guilds and turn them into these kind of self-contained, really cool production units. This could be the end of famous people. They're not going to like that. Well, it becomes the end of famous people, or it becomes famous people that never die. You're like, huh? So here I am. I'm on this community always inspires me. Awesome, Devi. Keep coming back. That's great to hear. Thank you for that. That's really kind. Come on. Hang on. Let me quit. Let me force quit this. There we go. Okay. So this is 11.
And have your mind blown.
This is 11 Labs Reader. So if you've got an iOS device, go right now to the App Store and get the Reader, Reader app from 11 Labs. What it does is it takes any text file or any website and it turns it into a podcast. And you can use your voice. If you've got an 11 Labs voice that you made, you can choose one of their voices, or you can even change the voice to Sir Laurence Olivier or James Dean or Judy Garland. So let's pick Judy Garland.
Hello. Mindful
And we're gonna...
years, but it's his role as the creator.
Judy Garland
Embrace
is gonna read my book.
the jank. Playing your way to AI literacy. Quotes from Kyle Shannon on the future of AI. Called for more than 750 hours of lives from the AI Learning Lab on TikTok.
The democratization of fame.
/A Learning Lab. So.
Right? So let's see. Here, let's do Sir Laurence Olivier. I think Judy Garland's a little too sing-songy for the depth of
Alright, future AI wizard.
Yeah, she's too sing-songy for the depth of Embrace the Jank. So we're gonna go Sir Laurence Olivier.
All right, future AI wizards, strap in. You're about to embark on a wild journey towards AI literacy, and this book is your irreverent guide. Forget the stuffy tech manuals. We're diving into the trenches of the AI learning lab, where we don't just theorize about AI, we wrestle with
You see?
AI wizards. Strap
Me
in.
and Larry were like this. Larry? Who's Larry? Sir Laurence Olivier. Get with the fucking program. So, oops. There went the rabbit. So, this is going to be, right now they've got 4 voices. But people that are currently famous are going to start cutting deals for their likeness. And then we're going to have services where you could have any star you want. You like Tom Cruise? You like, what's his name? Ashton Kutcher? You want the young, hot Ashton Kutcher that was with Demi Moore to read all your books? He'll do it. Make me a folk song about being broken up with in an East Village cafe.
Generating now. This will take a bit.
Are we off? All right, I think we're off.
Sorry, an error occurred while
No.
executing the request. Please try again in a few seconds.
No, something's screwed up. All right, Speechify is similar, but comes with Snoop Dogg's voice. Exactly, it's honest. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba-ba-da-ba. It sounds like an old radio play. Yeah, and wait till they start using the GPT-4 Omni real-time voice that's got emotional content. It's going to be crazy. It's going to be wild. Oh, fuck. Yes, I made a mess back there. All right. Is the rabbit worth the money, Kyle? Yeah. So I paid $200 for it. I got a year of Perplexity Pro, which is worth $200 for free. I think it's the coolest hardware product I've owned in a long time. And the software sucks right now, but they keep improving it. And it doesn't require a subscription. So a $200 experiment and I get a $200 piece of software for free. Yeah, like I saw it as no risk. So yes, I think it was worth the money. Now, is it worth the money? Like, do I use it every day? No. Did I think I would? Nah, I kind of had a 10% hope, but I didn't think I would. Which is why I secured a place for it right there. I went to get the lap and it looks like I already installed it. Oh, the Reader app? Yeah, the Reader app's really cool. I'm currently unfamous. Well, welcome to the club. Most of us are. I'm famous in my own mind. I'm going to Washington next week to testify to Congress. Not quite sure how that happened, but, well, I am, but I feel like one of the least likely people that should be going to Congress to testify on anything, but it's exciting. All right. Where can we watch your testimony? I assume you can watch it on C-SPAN. Have you seen Congress? Well, that's true. That's true. I'm going to get there and go, I could fucking do this. Just downloaded, getting ready to play. Why? Because you're honest? Yeah, I mean, because it's funny, Cosmic Lover. That's the thing I don't get. The thing that I don't get about politics is I just don't get the game. I don't get how people can just blatantly lie. Like they can literally be caught in a lie and just go, no, I didn't do that. And you're like, but there's videotape of you yesterday. Yeah, that wasn't me. You've misunderstood that. Oh, you've taken it out of context. Like, just that ability to be that shameless, I can't, it doesn't process in my brain. Addiction to power, it's all spin. Yeah, exactly. So, yeah, I would be one of those, I would be an unsuccessful politician, I think, because I would be like, oh yeah, I kind of fucked up there. Yeah, that's a shame. I did not have sexual relations with that woman. Oh my God. What have we done to our country? It's so fucked up right now. It's just bizarre. Like, one side is just shameless and the other side is incapable. It's like, choose which version of awful you want. Will it be on C-SPAN, Kyle? I assume so. Apparently, we're testifying in front of a joint session of Congress, which, holy shit. I don't think I've even been in the Capitol building, much less testified to a joint session of Congress. So I have no idea what to expect. I've got a prep call Thursday, so I'll figure out what to expect. But the AI Salon, so we talked about the AI Salon before. The AI Salon is co-sponsoring this fly-in with Google for Small Business. So it's Google for Small Business and the AI Salon are sponsoring this fly-in. So Leah Faston from the Salon is coming down the night before. We're going to host a dinner, or, meet everyone at the dinner. And then Wednesday, July 24th, is when we talk. It's possible that the plug gets pulled because Netanyahu is also speaking to Congress that day. So we're testifying the same day Netanyahu did. I don't think we're going to upstage that particular session. So it's possible it gets pulled if there's too many protests or whatever, if they don't feel it's safe, but I don't fucking know. I don't know, people. I don't know. Did they vet you yet? I assume so. I don't know what you mean, did they vet me? Like, did they run a background check so I can be in Congress? I don't know. Did they watch my TikTok lives and go, oh, he swears. I didn't realize he was a cusser. Oh, my. Oh. Are we sure we want to parade him up in front of the congressmen and the senators? He says the F word fairly liberally. And what is this embrace the jank? I think jank is a dirty word, is it not? Isn't that what the young kids are calling their private parts these days? I don't know that this is appropriate. Kyle, and I'm imagining you in a Schoolhouse Rock cartoon. I'm just a bill.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
I'm taking this with me. I don't know if I'm going to use it. I think I'll certainly use it the night of the dinner. But it's too much of an inside joke to be actually a useful prop. But it would be funny. Democrats and Republicans play good cop, bad cop. Racist political stagnation theater. It really is. It's really just fucking crazy. Careful, they might tackle you. Kyle, you have to mention the AI irregulars in Congress so that it will get officially noted. I'm actually going to, a big part of what I want to talk about is the people in this community. So I'll probably mention the irregulars. I'm definitely mentioning the AI Salon. We're sponsoring it, so I assume I probably go first out of the bunch of people, or maybe I go last. I don't know. I'm going to talk about AI optimism in the face of fear. I'm going to talk about how I get to witness on a daily basis people transforming their lives, and that if legislators don't get educated about what's happening and regulate too broadly in an effort to protect people from the risks of AI and not to empower them to take advantage of the transformation that AI makes possible, that they're going to hurt their constituents. So that's what I'm going to talk about, is optimism in the face of fear. I don't quite know how I'm going to frame it yet, but that's the basic idea. Does Congress cover your travel and hotel accommodations? Congress doesn't, but the group organizing it does. The group that invited me does. Yeah, and I don't know if this was the kind of thing that, Congress requested this, or if this group putting it together got it on the docket. I don't know how this shit works. I'm just there as a puppet. Don't mention TikTok, or some may be dismissive. Fuck it, I don't care. They're going to be dismissive if I'm optimistic about AI anyway. He's just one of those. But I'm going to try to do what I do here. I'm going to try to demystify it, and I'm going to try to say, I get to witness people reinventing themselves on a daily basis, and it's profoundly inspiring. Press release. There will be a press release going out to things like Politico. So the AI Salon's going into Politico. Crazy shit, people. Crazy shit. Education reform was mentioned at the RNC tonight. It would be a great segue to mention AI in education. I think I'm going to mention AI in education. I may talk about ethics. I think I'm going to just talk about possibility. That they need to get educated enough. They need to explore enough to understand what generative AI makes possible. Politico, the podcast. Well, I don't know. It'll go to Politico, the media organization. I don't know. What else should we download from the App Store? Anyone can answer. Pi, ChatGPT, the official app, 11 Labs Reader. Those are the only three right now that I think are the biggies. There's some image generation ones that are fine, but you can use other tools for that. You don't need to buy those apps. All right, I got to go. Without limiting it before they understand it. Yeah, exactly, Ryan. That's exactly what I want to say is don't rush legislation just to have it. Don't paint with too broad a brush, or you'll destroy small and medium business and solo entrepreneurs. And actually take the time to play with these tools long enough to understand what they make possible. And I may give a Kevin McAllister moment. I might say, play with generative AI, tools like ChatGPT, long enough to have your first Kevin McAllister moment. I think that'll get picked up. Make sure you download the official ChatGPT app. Yeah, when you're looking for the ChatGPT app, there are a dozen clones that will charge you money. Make sure that you get the ChatGPT app from Openai. It's really important. Any other platforms covering the event? I have no idea. I don't think so. Congrats, Kyle. You talked about politics long enough to get the U.S. elections banner. Oh, did I? I don't fucking know how TikTok works. Thanks for being our rep. Peace out, Kyle. Thank you, Madcap. I appreciate it. Okay, so do me a favor. Go to the AI Salon. We have a website now. It's not just a link tree anymore. You can sign up for our bi-weekly meetings, and you can join the online community. The first two links that you see at the top are those two things, and then read other things. We also have our position statement about the California AI bills there. I can't believe OpenAI said we supported those bills. That's really funny. Follow my channel. Here's what I can promise you. If you follow my channel, it won't show up in my follower account, and TikTok won't show you my content because it's not how it works. I don't know. So don't follow my channel. It doesn't fucking matter. But bookmark it or something like that and keep looking for my shit. What happened to ChatGPT 5? We'll see it before the end of the year, I think. All right. Thank you, irregulars. Thank you, mods. As promised, we did a poll. Well, you said you wanted to see image video deep dive. We made a song and we turned it into a video. I think we accomplished that. All right, romper room time. Romper room magic mirror. I see Marjo. I see Ryan Bessling. I see Madcap, Papa JJ, Alan, Mr. Studio. What's happening? Emilio's wife. Hello, hello. Joey. Call me Al or AI. Call me AI. Bob Hamilton. Bob, tell him what he's won.
You can make money with ChatGPT.
He hasn't won anything. We're not in a game show. Bob, tell him what he's won anyway. You've won a new car. Firefly in the house. Wolfman Clint. ProStar Planet. Source Camp, good to see you. BT Comp Brandon, thank you very much. 25K without even begging. 25,000 likes. We're up to 26,900. Beautiful. Y'all are tap masters. All right, I think I got everyone here. Anyone new that I missed? Nope. Ryan Bessing, oh, I said him. Cosmic Lover, good to see you. Verifier, Romper Room. Oh, you're just bringing back the memories. Another Gen Xer in the house. Romper Room Magic Mirror. Womp, womp, womp. All right, everybody. It's Tuesday night. I will be back tomorrow, Wednesday. I think normal time, 8 o'clock. Yeah, I think that's it. Have a good night. Hope you enjoyed tonight. I know it was kind of all over the place, but that's what we do here. Welcome to Chat ADD. Peace. Have a good night, everybody.